Quincy Roche had his most productive game as a Giant this past week with 6 total tackles and a sack in only 31 snaps. So, Quincy, what went right for you that you were just so incredibly productive in limited time?
I always say you play the way you practice. It was a great game plan for PG, Coach PG. I just went out there and was executing the game plan. I'm doing my job plus. That's what I try to say. Do your job and then go make the play.
Patrick Graham has certainly used you a lot more over the past 5 games. You've played virtually at least half the snaps in that time period. And I wonder, the adjustment from the Steelers to the Giants, was that made easier because you had adjusted in college going from Temple to Miami?
So a lot of the things I went through in my college career prepared me for this situation. I was at home, being at Temple, having 4 different head coaches, transferring to Miami, being in a different system. I've learned about 4 different systems in college. So those adversities prepared me for this moment.
And being that you played a full, section of games at Temple before finishing up with the 1 year at Miami, do you think that those experiences helped you grow not only as a player, but as a man as well to prepare you for the NFL?
Absolutely. Anytime there's a change of pace in life, I think it prepares you. I think it forces you to mature, and that's off the field as well as on the field. So it definitely helped me for the better. Even coming from the Steelers, those things just mature you and allow you to be in a better place.
Now, when you came out of school, the word was you're a pass rusher coming off the edge. But what I've seen here with you at the Giants is that you're a much stronger player who plays with much more power and gets after the run a lot better than people had talked about. Is that a fair assessment, and why do you think that is?
I think it's fair to say I can play the run. I think I displayed that well at Miami. It was something that was a point of emphasis for me coming from Temple. But I think these last 2 years, I think I displayed that well, that I'm not just a one-dimensional player. I can play on any down, any situation. Of course, I still got some improvement to do in the pass rush piece of it up on this level. But, I'm coming along and trying to get better every week.
Most pass rushers will always talk about sacks all the time. You have already 4 tackles for a loss and limited action during your rookie NFL season. But I've read where you believe the key word for you is disruptive, not necessarily sacks. Could you explain the origin of your philosophy there?
I don't want to be a one-dimensional player. I don't want to be a third down player. I want to be somebody that can help the team on every down. Part of that is just being disruptive. That's something I pride myself on. I grew up on that coming from Temple and even to Miami. Just being disruptive, whether that's in the special teams phase of the game, blocking kicks, getting sacks, TFLs, pass deflections, being disruptive, knocking pullers off so other guys can make plays. A lot of those things don't go on a stat sheet, but I just try to be as disruptive as possible.
How much do you think it helps both you and Azeez Ojulari that you guys are rookie edge rushers coming into this thing together? I would suspect that you guys have a lot of camaraderie.
Yeah, that's my guy. First I want to say he's balling. He's having a great season. But it definitely helps having a guy that you can kind of relate to. Same class. We're both rookies. We're both kind of figuring this thing out together. So it's definitely I'd rather have it that way than any other way.
Let's talk about the Chargers. Austin Eckler has 8 rushing touchdowns this year and 7 receiving touchdowns out of the backfield. He is clearly one of the most dangerous two-way threats in the National Football League. What are the challenges you have in trying to contain him?
Yeah, you kind of got to force him to play left-handed. He can beat you through running routes, running the ball. He's a great runner, one of the better backs in the league. Coach PG, he's the mastermind. He's whipping up a great game plan. Our job is to go out there and execute the game plan he puts in front of us. And I think we got a good shot at doing that on Sunday.
Now, one thing for sure, if they do get any of that running game going, Justin Herbert is one of the better play-action passers in this league. What do you see from him on tape? What concerns you the most?
Yeah, he's a guy that likes to hold the ball, get the ball downfield. They like to set everything up off the run. It's a great offense, great offensive system. But like I said, our defense, we're going to execute the game plan this week. We want to go out there and we want to be dominant this game. So, we're ready for the challenge at hand.
Quincy Roche, thanks so much for your time. Continued success here with the Giants.
Thank you. Appreciate you.